Be good to yo, what's up guys? What is going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Chelsea versus West Ham. This was about the most un-Premier-like match that I've seen this whole season, easily. This was an exhibition match for Chelsea. It felt like a US tour, like at the beginning of the year. That's what it felt like, a US tour for Chelsea. When they played against Wrexham, when they played against Manchester United, they played against, who else, Dortmund. Hell, even those matches seem more Premier League-like. I don't know, at the same time, I didn't feel like West Ham did an awful job. I mean, obviously, it was a disaster. They just let Chelsea do whatever they wanted. I mean, there was so much real estate. There was so many open spaces, so many gaps. It seemed like they were playing with 9 men, not even 10 men. It seemed like they were playing with 8 men. They gave up. I think it was the 60th minute. It was already 3-4-0 maybe. And you could tell that they just wanted the game to be done with. There was no fight left in them. I mean, was there even fight at the beginning? I don't know. I know the 1-0 when Palmer scored and Bowen hit the crossbar with the header. What if that would have gone in? Would that have changed the match? I feel like in this game, it wouldn't have mattered. Had they scored, it wouldn't matter. But you never know. You never know. Could have been a different match. That's the thing. You never know. The kind of match that you saw now versus the match that you would have gotten had West Ham scored, probably a completely different match, probably completely different outcome. I doubt it would have been a 5-1, but again, who knows? But yeah, and he had three of those crossbars. Unfortunately, it was just things were just not working out for West Ham. The only players that seemed like they had an impact on the game was Antonio. What can he do? At one point, he was he was dribbling past 3-4 players, and Gallagher ended up chopping him down. Really good dispossession from Antonio on Gallagher. And then I think he had a shot also, but I mean, from far away, tight angle, very little he can do. And then Kudus, never heard of this guy, never seen him play. Really good player. Interesting to see if he ends up staying at West Ham. I can see this guy being scouted by some big club. He got several over on Cucurella. Cucurella could not stop him, and Cucurella had a good game. I thought everybody from Chelsea had a good game, but Kudus, such a speedy and versatile and very penetrative player. Cucurella could just not keep up with them. And other players too. He was having his way with other players. I mean, that burst of speed and that change of direction was everything. It was the only thing that they had pretty much. And then Paqueta, very little from Paqueta. That one beautiful pass to Emerson, and Emerson he just sent it right to the stands. That could have been maybe, I don't know, at that point I think it was 4-0, maybe a 4-1. So they had some chances, obviously, and they didn't finalize. But that's about it. Prowse with the free kicks. I think in the second half he had the first shot on target. So that was it. That was it for West Ham. Really sad. Really sad. But at the same time, I don't know if it's because I find it gratifying for Chelsea that we're doing so bad the whole season, pretty much the whole season, and towards the end they start coming back and showing that maybe there's something there. It's the funniest thing. That's why I like watching Chelsea so much, because it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It's like you're living in a parallel universe or something. It's just everything's flipped. As I was saying, Chelsea, everybody played good except one player, Mudryk. Mudryk did not find his ground again. My God, it is so difficult for this guy to play. His passes are imprecise. He doesn't know when to pass. He doesn't know if he should pass. You could see he's almost scared to get the ball. And anytime he has the ball, he doesn't know what to do. You can feel the doubt in him. I mean, he is so full of doubt. It's sad. That's one sad player to watch on the field. He got two shots right to Areola, but again, doesn't know when to dribble, makes the wrong decisions when to dribble, makes the wrong types of dribbling. It just doesn't seem like he belongs there. This is a 5-0 Chelsea, and you would think with that he'd be brimming with confidence, and yet he's not. He needed to be subbed, at halftime, and it's amazing that he was able to play for so long. I mean, that's great that they're giving him that, and that's the thing, they're giving him a playing time, but how much more time are you going to get? It's been over a year and absolutely nothing from Mudryk. He's the only one. After that, Palmer, Gallagher. Gallagher had a goal. Gallagher, that one little play where he tried to go in between two players when he had Jackson on the left-hand side trying to Messi his way through two players. That's the confidence that I'm talking about that Mudryk, you would think at this point he would have. And Gallagher, after that sensational goal that he scored, that volley, he even wanted to go all the way inside and score a Messi-type goal. but he should have passed it. He had Jackson on the other side. Jackson, all this talk about Jackson that he's got more or less the same numbers as Drogba did in his first season. I still don't agree that he's that great of a player. I think he's making progress, and who knows? I think he'll be useful for Chelsea in the foreseeable future, and that's good. That's good that he's scoring goals. But there's sometimes, even in these last games that they've won, just some misses that you can't be missing if you're a striker. If you're a center forward, you can't be missing those type of shots. So I still think he's got a long way to go. He did absolutely well in this game. I mean, was able to take on his marker, was able to get away from his marker, caused a lot of headaches for the West Ham defense. Was there even a West Ham defense in the first place? That's debatable. But yeah, everybody, like I said, everyone had a really good game. Palmer, of course. I mean, you don't really need to mention Palmer. He's always going to have a good game, especially games like these. But I thought he was going to get a second goal. He almost did have a couple other chances to be able to score and get on the score sheet, maybe with 2 or 3 goals. I was hoping for that. Because I want him to win the Golden Boot and not Haaland. Madueke was just driving at that goal. He really wanted to score his goal until he got it. Funny enough, he's the one that caused the corner kick for the Thiago Silva header, and then he headed the ball in. I mean, he was running that. He was owning that right flank. As for his goal, Antonio was covering Thiago Silva, and looks like he lost him completely. He gave up. He decided not to chase him anymore, and Thiago Silva had all the time in the world to be able to head that ball. Really bad from Antonio and West Ham defense. I also like Madueke in the goal, the pass from Chalobah for the 4th goal, I think it was. He could have taken that on himself and instead decided to give it to Jackson. I mean, that's the kind of gameplay you want to see from teams like Chelsea. You want to get to that level and replicate what Manchester City does, the big teams. Everybody's playing for everybody. Nobody's playing for their own personal glory. And I like the fact that Chelsea was able to do that. I like the fact that Madueke, in this case, was able to do that and lay it off to Jackson for the goal. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it with this game. It was a strange, bizarre game just because it didn't resemble it looked like I was watching a friendly, honestly, with maybe even under 21 squad. Really bizarre of a match. I don't think I've seen that like this whole season. It just did not make any sense. Was it a case of Chelsea playing really well and outplaying West Ham, or was it just West Ham not resembling anything of a Premier League team at all? I don't know. I know they're making progress, and they might be able to clinch a Europa spot. That's what's crazy. And what happened, was it yesterday? What happened with Manchester United? I gotta catch that game. Today I'm not gonna be able to watch that because, I mean, we got Champions League, but man, I have to watch that game. Haven't seen Manchester United play in a long time, but how the heck do you lose 4-0 against Crystal Palace? You pretty much just gifted. Chelsea fans must be in love right now with Manchester United and laughing at them because you just gave them a spot to Europa. That'd be crazy, seeing Chelsea in Europa. So, yeah, definitely we'll watch that maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow. But good match, interesting match, sad match, bizarre match, pathetic of a match. Like I said, hashtag the most unpremiere-like match that I've seen all season. Anyways, guys, thank you so much as always for watching. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.